Am I the a-hole for moving out of my parents' house where I was paying rent and without any notice when I was told to give up my room again? I, 18 male, have 3 younger brothers, 16 male, 13 male, and 12 male. Our parents were always a little harder on me than them, and I know that can be normal sometimes. Yeah, the first child always gets the brunt of it. But one thing that always drove me crazy is when they were hosting people from my dad's family, I would be the only one asked to give up my room to keep them. People from dad's family stayed over a lot too, so there were a lot of times I had to sleep on the couch for them. Sometimes I didn't even get much notice. My brothers never had to give up their rooms. In fact, if there were more than usual, my parents would add blow-up beds to my room for them, and the guest room would get a mattress or two depending on the situation. That's really unfair. It always bothered me, and I spoke to my parents about it several times. I thought we had a breakthrough last year when they told me they not wanted me to feel that way and they would do better. After I turned 18, I started working full-time and I started paying rent. Don't. Really? Don't say what you're about to say, please. One of the agreements we came to was there was no more making me give up my room. Right, because you're paying to be in it.
That should be obvious enough.
I told them since I was paying for my room now, the least they could do was respect that. This was never formally implemented and it was all just very between family. But what happened? A bunch of family visited a month ago. My parents told me to give up my room for them to have space. Absolutely not. You might as well just leave. I'd move out. How awful of them. When I tried to stand my ground and also talk to them about it, they told me it was their decision because it was their house. You're paying rent in their house. You're paying for your room. I fail to understand why they keep having all these people over if they literally don't have room to host. It would never cross my mind if I didn't have the bedroom space to kick out a roommate or like kick out like Mike so that a family member could stay in a bed. I would just tell them like, you're gonna have to get an Airbnb or like we'll put a mattress for you, in the basement or something. I would never kick someone out of their own bed. Ugh. Instead of just accepting it, I called my grandparents on my mom's side and asked if they had room for me and were okay with me moving in. They said yes immediately and they came over to pack me up and move me in. My parents thought it was a joke until they saw my stuff being brought out to my grandparents' car. My parents told me I couldn't just leave and I was paying rent, so I needed to give them real notice. No. They lost the privileges of a landlord when they kicked you out of your room that you pay for.
Y'all can't have it both ways, man!
I told them if I was kicked out of the space I was renting, then I was just going to leave. Ever since, my parents have been telling me to move back in, and they said it was childish for me to move out in such an overdramatic way. I would actually say that that's the most adult thing that you did. This is what being an adult is. They're being childish. And taking advantage of you as well. I'm sure they like that extra paycheck. If they had another person, like a real renter, not someone that, if they had like an actual lease and stuff, and it was, a boarder or whatever it's called, you can't just kick them out of their room. They're fully taking advantage of the fact that you probably do whatever they say, whenever they want. They think they can push you around.
Stop pushing me.
They told me I left the family members who were visiting feeling awkward and like they were intruding. Am I the a-hole?